This is down on Sutton Lake. This is in Flatwoods Run. I don't know if the sun will cut this out, but right there is old bridge abutment for the old railroad grade. That's before they built the lake. That's one end of it. I thought maybe this was a tunnel the way it showed up on the LiDAR map, but they're actually bridge abutments. Huge block stone bridge abutments. And I'll show you where the other one is right down there. I'll get a little closer. Here's the one further up in Flatwoods Run. I can actually read a date on it. It says 1941. And right at the skyline that you're looking at right there, that is the new railroad grade. So this is the lower one that they decommissioned when they built the lake, because it's actually within the flood zone there. So it's not as old as I thought. I thought this would go back to maybe the 1900s, early 1900s, but it's 1941 according to the date carved on that there. There's the abutment deeper into the run there, kind of at the head of it, here as far as the lake goes. I see a metal girder right in the ground right there. I don't know if you can see that. This rock foundation is for the railroad grade. I'd call it just upriver in the olden days, or up the lake in the modern days, just around the bend from Flatwoods Run where those pillars were for the bridge. So they built that to support the railroad grade, which is right there, the old railroad grade. The new railroad grade in elevation is at least 100 feet higher. Again, look at the rocks that they stacked up to be able to make that railroad grade there. Some of those rocks are 4 feet wide, about a foot tall. Some of them are almost 2 feet tall. You can see my boats down there on the lake. Been hunting up the coal mines that I've seen along the lake on the radar map. GPS took us right to this one. This is the waste pile, obviously. You can see the coal. And there's the mine, but it's closed. Lone mine here. Just a small house coal mine all closed, like all the others I've been finding. Okay, you should see the lake through the trees there. About 100 feet in elevation on Wolf Creek. Well, here's another mine. But like every other one I've found so far today, they're all closed from natural erosion. That hump there's the waste pile where they dug it out. So on to the next one. Okay, I'm near the head of Wolf Creek here. Here's the mine closest to the lake at the head here. I see coal stacked up. Gentleman on the lake there is from around here, but didn't know about this mine. There's any proof? Look at this huge chunk of coal laying here. It's all over the place. Now how they got this out, I don't see any road here. There's a road above it. That's it right there, but it's closed up obviously. bet there's a coal mine here. You see all this laying on the ground about 50 feet below where the GPS is telling you to go. This is right below the railroad trestle that crosses the lake. Okay, here's one of them that shows up on the radar map, right where this log is. Right below the new railroad grade, which is just right up there. And I see where the other opening is right over there. So let's go over to it. It's closed as well. I've been striking out all day on the lake here. This one's been filled in for a while. At least since before the lake, obviously, in the late 50s. So on to the next one. Right there is the new railroad grade. And the old railroad grade is just underwater right there on the lake. This is right below the forks of the Holly and Elk Rivers, about a half mile around the bend. This bridge is downriver of the forks. That line going that way goes up Elk River.